Rap fans are some of the craziest out there, with many straight up not knowing when to chill, thinking it's all good because it's for fun.
It's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's not no joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's a joke, man.
From the fan that set Trick Daddy's car on fire.
On fire. Hey, on fire, man. In the inside.
To the ones that broke into YoungBoy's home.
And YoungBoy taking his.
Here are some of the wildest times fans took things way too far and ended up humiliating their favorite rappers. First up is Lil Tjay. On November 13th, 2022, after he abruptly cut a performance short, fans decided to get back at him, and a fight broke out. The fight got so out of control that people could barely separate them. Then rumors started flying that Tjay's chain got snatched during the scuffle. But Tjay hopped on Instagram right away to shut down the rumors, showing off his chains and making it clear that nobody took a thing from him.
Try to really take my chain, it would have been a lot of those right there.
And just when you thought it couldn't get worse, it did. A few days later, Jay had another show in Manchester, and this time, a fan threw a water bottle on stage, soaking him in front of the whole crowd.
Come on, bring you up.
DJ wasn't about to let that slide either. He stopped the show, pointed out the fan, and had security bring him up near the stage.
If you want to fight, pull up to the front. Just pull up to the front. I swear to God, pull up to the front. Whoever's doing that gangster now, come pull up to the front. Come on. Whoever.
The security team roughed the guy up a little, and TJ let everyone in the UK know that he wasn't tolerating any kind of disrespect at his shows.
Who was it? Alright, there we go. Y'all niggas is bought out here. I don't want to hear nothing.
Next up is Pooh Shiesty. Back in May 2021, Shiesty was performing at a club, and a video surfaced of him on stage with huge bankrolls of cash stuffed in his pockets. Seconds later, a fan in the audience snatched Pooh Shiesty's money right out of his pocket. Then another clip surfaced where you could hear a fan saying that they jacked Pooh Shiesty.
They jacked Pooh Shiesty. They took his money.
Then, when Shiesty left the club, he was caught on camera wearing a ski mask, looking heated with his hand on a gun. He walked past the camera, and just seconds later, a gunshot went off, causing people to rush out the club.
Who shot this? Who shot the letter? Oh, who shot the letter off there? Jack his bitch ass in this bitch. Oh,
since everything was caught on video, the police got involved fast, and it didn't take long before they arrested Pooh Shiesty for the shooting. When he got to court, he had no choice but to admit that he was robbed. And that's what led him to pull out his gun in the first place.
The defendant was being escorted out of the club. He reached for his pockets, looking for money in his pockets. A weapon was pulled and it was fired at the ground.
Next up is GloRilla. During an appearance in Oakland, she found out that the promoter had only paid her for a hosting gig, not a full performance. So instead of hitting the stage, she and her team decided to walk off and leave the venue. The problem was that a lot of fans had no idea what was going on, and they weren't happy about it. As GloRilla was making her exit, one angry fan, frustrated that she didn't perform, threw their drink all over her and even spit in her direction. Then there's NBA YoungBoy. Back when he was living in Houston, some of his fans got a little too invested in his personal life. They studied his music videos and figured out the exact location of his house just from the clips.
All this drama
One day, a group of these fans decided to take things to the next level and actually broke into his home. And they recorded the whole thing.
And YoungBoy. And YoungBoy.
While inside, they managed to find keys to some of YoungBoy's luxury cars, including his Bentley, Rolls Royce, and McLaren.
YB, fuck your crib. We coming for all that on the guys. We taking everything.
But according to YoungBoy himself, the thieves barely got away with anything valuable. All they really took was a pair of his cameraman's Gucci flip-flops and some loose cash. Just a few 20s, 5S, and 1S left inside the cars.
Man, nigga stole my cameraman slippers, man. You could have got way more money if you would have just came in and killed me, bro. That pussy.
When YoungBoy addressed the situation, he even clowned them for how poorly they executed their plan.
Throw the brick. I ain't even hit the car.
But the burglars claimed they had stolen way more than that and even demanded a $30,000 ransom for the supposed stolen items. YoungBoy, however, wasn't about to entertain that nonsense. Instead of negotiating, he hit them up on Instagram and straight up asked them to drop their location. That was enough to spook them. And just like that, the situation died down. At the very least, YoungBoy could be grateful that the break-in didn't cause too much damage, something that can't be said for what happened to Rico Recklezz.
Rico, you got shot by a fan at one point?
Yeah, a lot of people don't know this.
One night, he was leaving a gas station and about to hop into an Uber when a few fans spotted him, and they asked for a picture. But while they were posing for the photo, one of the guys decided to get bold and made a slick comment about how he would snatch Rico's chain if he was strapped.
It was just like some fans in the gas station. They was getting that tweak, like, they was getting that tweak over a picture and shit.
Rico called his bluff and told him to do something then. But as expected, the dude quickly backed off, laughing it off like he was just joking. He still wanted to take the picture, but Rico wasn't having it anymore. He shut it down and got in the Uber, not wanting to deal with someone playing like that.
Said some slick shit, so I didn't want to take a picture with him and shit. Then, like, I get out the gas station. Man, but you in the gas station with me.
That should have been the end of it, but things escalated fast. As the Uber pulled off, the same dude suddenly started shooting at the car. One of the bullets shattered the back window, and Rico actually got hit in the back.
I got like 10 blocks, maybe like 7, 6, kind of like in the middle of 10 and like 2. So what's that, like 5, 6? Some shots can light off when I got hit in my back. I got shot and shit, I'm bleeding.
Luckily, the injury wasn't too serious, and he was able to make a full recovery. Next up is Gunna. When news broke that he had been released from jail, a lot of YSL fans and even other rappers had something to say about it. The reason is because Gunna took a plea deal to secure his release. And as part of that deal, he admitted to a judge that YSL is a gang. That statement didn't sit well with a lot of people, especially since other YSL members were still fighting their cases. Almost immediately, the internet exploded with backlash, with fans and rappers labeling him a rat. Social media was flooded with posts clowning him, and people wasted no time turning on him. But while most of the hate stayed online, one fan took things way too far. Instead of just talking about it, they actually pulled up to Gunna's house and threw a bunch of cheese at his car.
Leaving cheese for the rat.
It was clearly meant to be a disrespectful message, playing on the whole rat accusation. And that wasn't the only time fans made their feelings known. Even at public events, people weren't afraid to call him out.
Gonna want him, man. You can't be in the city doing all that ratting and rat ass.
What?
One of the craziest incidents happened at a mall when a group of fans spotted Gunna and decided they weren't gonna let him walk around in peace. Instead, they started chasing him through the mall, yelling and calling him a rat. Now let's talk about PNB Rock. Before his tragic passing, he had his own run-in with an over-the-top fan, and it all went down in 2017. It started when YouTuber Queensflip, who's known for pulling crazy pranks, decided to mess with PNB. But instead of just doing something harmless, he took things way too far. He snatched a toy straight out of PNB Rock's daughter's hands. PNB wasn't having it. The second he saw what happened, he was ready for all the smoke. He instantly squared up, not even hesitating. Even when Queens Flip and his crew tried telling him it was just a prank, PNB wasn't hearing it. He threw a few punches, making it clear that playing with his daughter was crossing the line.
It's a joke. It's not no joke. It's a joke. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. It's a joke, bro. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Get out of here.
Eventually, Queens Flip's friends had to step in and calm the situation down before it turned into something worse. Next up is NLE Choppa, and he's had his fair share of wild run-ins with fans. The first incident went down at a beach where a fan supposedly swung on him just because Choppa wasn't in the mood to take a picture.
They are fighting. He's a famous rapper. Can I say hi?
Eventually, the situation died down, but it wasn't long before he found himself throwing hands again, this time in an even crazier situation. It all started after Choppa made a slick comment about NBA YoungBoy on Twitter. YoungBoy has one of the most loyal fan bases in hip-hop, so the second they saw the tweet, they weren't having it. But one fan took things way further than just internet beef. While Choppa was at the airport waiting to catch a flight, a YoungBoy fan pulled up on him, recording the whole thing. The fan kept pressing him, repeatedly asking, "Are you NLE Choppa?" It was clear he was trying to start something. Then, out of nowhere, the dude swung at Choppa and the screen went black.
Yeah, are you NLE? I asked you mad times. What? Stop playing with me. Yeah.
The two got into a scuffle right in the middle of the airport. After it was over, the same fan was seen on the phone hyping himself up and explaining what had just gone down.
He just beat up NLE Choppa, the rapper. That nigga ain't about nothing. Ain't big NBA, big 4K Tjay over here. Y'all feel me? He just knocked out a rapper. Hold on.
Soon after, rumors started spreading that he had dropped Choppa, but that turned out to be completely false. People who saw the footage knew Choppa held his own. Now let's talk about Quando Rondo. Ever since King Von's tragic passing, Quando has been in a tough spot. A lot of fans believe he played a role in Von's death, and because of that, he became one of the most hated rappers in the game. Things got so bad that Quando had to constantly watch his back, never knowing who might try to come after him. But one fan took things to a whole new level. This person actually pulled up to Quando's grandmother's house. In a video from the incident, you can hear people in the background confused about what was happening.
I pulled the up. Where the little Quando call that little boy. He live. He see what the I'm at.
Quando later spoke about it in an interview, saying the guy had a mental problem and clearly wasn't thinking straight. And that's not the only time Quando had problems with fans. In another incident, a YouTuber tried to play him by faking a diamond tester video. The guy acted like he was testing Quando's diamonds to see if they were real, but he pulled a sneaky camera trick, turning the tester off to make it look like Quando was wearing fake jewelry.
Man, love, bro.
Quando wasn't laughing though. He felt like the prank had gone too far and warned the dude that people could get murked for playing games like that. Next up is Trick Daddy. He was just chilling in his hometown, not thinking much of it when things took a wild turn. He had his old school car parked outside, right in the middle of the hood, with his guard down. Out of nowhere, some crazy fans decided to set his car on fire and then dip before anyone could catch them. By the time Trick realized what had happened, the damage was already done. He wasn't able to track down who did it, but he did record a video showing the aftermath. Luckily, no one was hurt in the situation, but it was still a shocking moment. Later on, Trick went live on IG to talk about what went down and let everyone know exactly how reckless some people can be.